Gophers. We want to be quarterback factory. Quarterback factory. Quarterback factory.
Our faces are live. Our voices are live. The intro
Quarterback
music
Factory Show.
is live.
I love it.
Quarterback factory.
He loves it.
Quarterback factory.
We are quarterback
Factory Show.
quarterback factory.
Quarterback Factory Show.
Quarterback factory.
Quarterback Factory Show. I love it.
Quarterback
I love it.
Quarterback Factory Show.
quarterback factory.
Quarterback. Thanks, Howie. Bruh.
Thanks,
Yes, bruh. Yeah, that's what we got to say. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Quarterback Factory Show, QBFS, episode number 34. Herschel Walker. I am Brendan Casey here. Hey, how you about that?
No,
Hey,
no,
guy.
for we know
Hey,
my
no, fuck that. Ain't no fucking Reno
In
911.
the world, a chicken pizza.
No, 911.
Yeah,
What a
fuck
fucking
outta here.
great show.
Yeah, fuck out of here. All right, so I'm
Goofing.
Brendan Casey here, and with me as always is our technical and Philadelphia sports Jedi Master, Mr. Michael W. Parks Jr., a.k.a. Blanco. Voice. We got our Eagles Encyclopedia, Mr. Michael Rayla. We got our resident Googler and author of the Dan Rant, Mr. Dan Wetzel. And we got the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Sean. Sean
birthday.
Palumbo in the
Wow.
house.
Birthday partner.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Last year of your 20s, boy.
That's the closest thing I have to a
Yeah,
birthday
me.
song for you, right there.
Is that the same guy from the Popeyes commercial? I got
I love Papa.
Yeah, he sang the "Oh Hell No" right before he said, "I got Popeyes."
I just consider this
I got Popeyes.
this is just the 4th anniversary of my 25th birthday.
Nice.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah, just keep telling yourself that until you get
I
older.
will. until
So
my knees
anyway,
start to
boys.
creak.
Yeah. So anyway, boys, Philadelphia just never seems to let us down, especially with the sports. Usually, I was hoping we would come on here. Maybe we'll talk about the Flyers doing well. They're playing some good hockey. And the 76ers, despite not trading for James Harden and getting rid of Ben Simmons, they're still in first place right now. Joel Embiid's having an MVP season. Pitchers and catchers are getting closer and closer with the Phillies, although that nasty little rumor came out today about JT Realmuto.
You don't say
and,
that. You don't say that.
yeah. But once again, it's our beloved Philadelphia Eagles that are headlining the social media network these days.
Who's surprised?
We're
Is
on
anybody
there.
surprised?
No, nobody's
Not at all.
surprised, of course.
They dominate
So we
the
were
news
on here.
cycle.
We were on here last week, and we were talking about obviously the recent firing of Coach Doug Peterson, and we said, was it justified? Was it not justified? Gave all of our reasons, bid our farewell to Doug, and we slightly touched on at the end of the program if we had any coaches to choose from, who would they be? And we all said, Eric Bieniemy, obviously Deuce, Dad Bo from Buffalo, Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma. So there was a whole array, and the Eagles did their
The
homework.
dude
over
that
last week.
Sean
They
Love,
interviewed-
Bradley or whatever.
Yeah,
Sean
Bradley.
Bradley.
Yeah, Sean Bradley. Yeah,
Sean
Tom
Bradley.
Bowles. They even went over and interviewed Kellen Moore from the Cowboys, for Christ's sake. So it just seemed like they were a little late to the party. They didn't get the memo that you got to get rid of your coaches early and then start dabbling into all the coaches that were available. And so they kind of had to play a
Doug's
little bit of
proposal
catch up.
first.
Yeah, they had to play a
Twice.
little bit of catch up, and it's just a shame because I feel like they did their homework, but you know what they ended up doing? They ended up being just like what the Eagles would do. They ended up trying to be the smartest people in the room, I feel, and in turn they hired the new Philadelphia Eagles head coach in what the fuck is this guy's name? See,
Nick
that's
Sriracha.
Nick Finelli.
Sriracha.
Nicky Sirianni or
Nicky
Finelli.
Sirianni.
Nicky
fan of the show.
Sirianni.
Hey,
Finelli.
Hey. Oh.
hey,
Oh.
how you doing?
Hey.
Oh,
Pasta Valdu.
Oh.
yeah. So
That's racist.
So the Colts, only Mike and Sean are allowed to talk like that. That's it.
We give you
Nobody
guys
else is. Yeah, thanks.
No one else could.
So yeah, it's Nick Sirianni, the offensive coordinator from the Colts. We don't know much about this guy. Yeah, we don't know much about this guy, and honestly, we didn't know much about any of these coaches really. Any of those coaches out there. It wasn't just like, there wasn't one coach out there. They were like, you know what? That's the guy we want. That's the guy we need. That's the guy. None of these coaches that were available to be hired have ever been head coaches in the NFL. So it's kind of like rolling the dice with anybody. And Sirianni, well, that doesn't count.
What doesn't count? I didn't hear what you said, Sean.
Josh McDaniels. That doesn't really count. But
They definitely trolled him.
Yeah, they told the fuck out of him. Yeah, whatever. Like, why don't you call us Patriot? Fuck you, motherfucker. You give me shit.
And like he was there for like
guy.
7 hours or something. Oh, he was there all day.
Yo, all
think
those
maybe-
bitch-ass beat
They were
writers.
like,
How
yeah,
many
he
bitch-ass
arrived
beat
at
writers were like, yo, McDaniels is the top candidate. I'm hearing rumors from qualified sources that McDaniels has the job already. How many of those bitch-ass motherfuckers said that?
And Eric Bieniemy's agent even posted something on Twitter about it. He's like subtweeted him. He was like, "Oh, the Eagles are rumored to hire JM." Like, I don't know, man.
It just proves even all these expert-ass motherfuckers don't know shit.
I'm just happy we didn't fucking hire the dude because he's a real fucking weasel, and not like in a Pauly Shore fun little goofy weasel way. He's like just a rat-faced fucking weasel.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't like him.
Wait, but does the fact that they hired this guy Sirianni, like, do they actually want him, or does it just does it go back to that, the fact that they sometimes just don't know what the fuck that they're doing?
That's what I was saying.
Oh wait, let's just grab. Okay, he's Frank Reich.
They just narrowed it down to like 5 people and threw a fucking dart.
Yeah,
I think they're looking for the gamble, the highest, whatever is like the.
No.
It's all the same risk. They're just looking for that gamble,
Frank Reich,
It goes back to the 2017 Super Bowl win. It's like, we picked the Super
That never
Bowl
happened.
quarterback.
Okay? Shut up.
Let's go back to that. Like we've been.
Hey, look, and this dude has extensive experience as a quarterbacks coach, and what are we? A quarterback factory.
That is true.
It keeps our show relevant, so I don't give a fuck.
And we have a quarterback that needs to be coached.
Yeah, but that's why you bring in a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what this guy was at some point. I mean, but he was also what else?
Yeah, he had most of his experiences in the NFL is as a quarterback
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, like quality control. What is that even?
What is that? Like
intern.
Like I'm in control of your quality.
Yeah, it means get me a juice box.
Yeah.
This coffee is not 195 degrees.
Now get me a juice box.
Quality control.
Juice box. Juice box.
Yeah, he controls the quality of the Gatorade. That's,
oh my god.
That's some high quality H2 Gatorade.
I wonder if he.
So I got God. Outstanding. So I got way off the rails. So I got 2 feelings about this. There's 2 sides of me that are kind of ping-ponging back and forth about how I feel about it. So, one, you got to get Carson Wentz right. And honestly, we all know what this is about. This is about getting 11 right. That's all. That's what it's really about. It's about the $100 million quarterback. And, of course, Philip Rivers retires this week, and, the rumors start flying. Like, oh, there it is. There's the quarterback opening. There's Wentz's shot, and the Eagles are going to trade him, and he can be reunited with Frank Reich in Indianapolis, and he unlocked him. So instead of sending Wentz to Indianapolis, they sent Indianapolis to Carson Wentz in the form of Nick Sirianni, Frank Reich light. Because Frank Reich has the holy gospel to unlock Carson. The holy gospel according to Frank, and
he holds the key.
Yeah, he holds the key. So I mean, I get what they're saying. There's part of me that it's like the draft. It's just the smartest man in the room shit. It's just like, all right, we've had all these other names and all these other people, and then it's just like, well, who the fuck is this guy? It's like as long as Howie and Jeff are in charge, they always just want a yes man. And I did like Deuce, and I did want Deuce to be here, but at the same time, Deuce would be kind of a yes man in a sense, but from what I heard, he wanted to go with a different direction with the team.
Yeah.
But I think they're definitely bringing in Sirianni to try to fix Carson Wentz, which, as much as I hate to say it, it's probably the smarter thing to do. I mean, you brought in Andy Reid here when he was 40 years old, and he never called any plays, and he was the most successful coach in Philadelphia Eagles history. You brought Dick Vermeil in here when he was 39, and he took the Eagles to their first Super Bowl, and eventually he won a Super Bowl. And granted, it was with another team, but I guess you got to start young. I mean, they did. They interviewed old, they interviewed young, they interviewed offensive guys, they interviewed defensive guys, quarterback guys, and this is what they came up with. So I don't know. I just hate the fact that it always has to come down to something comfortable and coddling for Carson. And I get it, but I don't get it. I mean, well, look, we're going to suck for the next 2 to 3 years anyway, so it really doesn't freaking matter. I just hope that this kid can come in here, and I call him kid because he's the same age as me, even though I'm not a kid. But
He's a little
39
younger than
years
you.
old. Really?
His birthday's
Yeah.
in June.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh.
I Wikipedia'd.
You bastard.
Send him a birthday card.
Yeah. So I'm happy about that because, I mean, we do want to get Carson right. We do want to get Wentz back to his MVP level that he was in 2017.
Dude,
So, what's that, Sean?
I was just gonna bust your balls a little bit.
That's okay. No, look, no, you know, I gotta say on here all the time about like how I want Hurts to be the quarterback and Carson and all this shit. But I mean, if you got $100 million invested into Carson, you got to try to at least get him right. So we'll see what happens, and I hope
At
it all
least
works out. I hope
for
it
a
does.
trade
Maybe
value
it's good.
standpoint.
Maybe it's good. Maybe a young, fresh mind in here. Maybe we'll have like little Sean McVay. Little boy wonder comes in here and flips the script all around. But the only thing that really discourages me is that it's just going to be a yes man, like I said, the Howie and Jeffrey, and it's just going to be, Howie and Jeffrey are going to be the ones in charge of the personnel and making the drafts, and it's just like Howie crunch your numbers and Jeffrey just sit there and be a billionaire and let the football guys do their job. But that's what they just seem like they always get in the way, and and this guy doesn't have any clout either. This guy doesn't have any clout. He's a young guy. He's just going to be like, oh, okay, guys, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, I think they're afraid for someone to come in here with some fucking balls.
That's why I hope.
Shit.
That's why I hope we retain John Dorsey as a player personnel guy.
Yeah, I just do that.
He's got some balls to him, and he's helped build some.
Otherwise, why else is he here?
If Carson brings him on his retreat in April, then we'll know he's in for it.
Yeah.
No, I hope he doesn't. I hope Carson invites him.
And we don't want them to become buddies. That's the thing. And if they start going on trips together,
decline that shit. Do not become a Christian. Deny his faith, all of it. Deny it all, and coach the shit out of him.
Exactly.
Be his boss.
Do we know this guy's religious beliefs, background, anything
That's
like that?
Good question.
I mean, his name is Nicky Sirianni, so he's a good Catholic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's Catholic.
Yeah, I'm gonna just a wild guess.
What if he was like an atheist and he came in and told Carson like there is no God?
I am your God. I am your God.
I will convert to atheism right there.
I am your God.
What if he came in and he was just like holding a prayer service and he just picked up his Bible and threw it in the trash? He's like, "This is all bullshit. Go to work."
Good, fucking good, because supposedly DiFilippo and Frank Reich coached the shit out of him, coached him hard, and that's when we saw the best of Carson. So
so I'm gonna.
I was reading somewhere that the best quarterbacks like that shit too.
I'm willing to give this dude a chance. All I'm saying is I'm willing to give this dude a chance right now. So, I mean, it's something new, and it's a different voice, and it's a younger voice. So, I'm willing to. So
you're not gonna send out a mass tweet about a qualified source that you mentioned that you talked to that says that this guy is just not intelligent.
Jeff McLean.
No, my initial reaction to it after was who was meh. It was just kind of very underwhelming. Just like every major move the Eagles have made in the last couple of years.
Doug Peterson was an underwhelming move too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just
Honestly, with all the names that we're talking
maybe.
about,
Well, it's not Mike Kafka, so that's good.
There was one time in my high school English class where I used anonymous sources to cite a paper, and I got an F. Anonymous sources are fucking bullshit. You can say whatever the fuck you want behind the guise of an anonymous fucking source. Sorry, I'm being profane today. I don't know, man.
Dude,
I
I'm
don't know
telling you,
what's
it's like people can just make that shit. These beat writers can just make that shit up because they know what'll stir the pot. And they can be like, "Oh, I'm gonna just say this shit," and I can say anonymous source because I can get away with it. And people are just gonna be retweeting my shit and replying to my shit, and I'm gonna be like,
Exactly.
"Fuck you, users."
I mean, I love the fact that we live in the age of technology where I can go on Bleacher Report or I can go on CSN Philly or whatever the fuck.
Hey, don't
it
be
is
don't
now.
be mentioning
you,
our
Drew.
competitors on live on our show. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, but
I'm
you know,
just kidding,
I mean,
shut up.
I mean the Quarterback Factory show blog. Check it out.
They
I
fucking
love
lost
the
to
fact
Boston.
that I can go on there
No, we
and
didn't.
get.
Fucking
Nah, we
We
didn't.
still get a
Drew.
point though.
Oh yeah, we did lose.
At least we got a point. That's like
Fucking
one of the most.
cocksuckers.
That's one of my least favorite sayings. That is, it's it's like it's
Oh,
still
not that
true.
whole important point.
What fucking Boston?
At least we got a point.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
I
that's-
hate
that's
that so
always-
much, but it's
that's
like
the
so
only
true. But
thing
it's like
that's-
yes, at least we got the point. But it's like, oh, I hate that shit. I want 2 points. But
Well,
at least we got a point. Fuck me,
but-
right?
as I was saying, like I
Stupid
love
point
the
system.
the world we live in where we have information, just a constant flow of it at our fingertips, but at the same time, it really it fucks up journalistic integrity as a whole, and there's a chance for so much bullshit to just get spread around this fact because these dudes can hide behind their anonymous sources, the Rob Moddies and the Jeff McClanes and these ones and that ones, and they can just fucking
Name
throw
drop
shit
them.
at the wall. Sorry. Yeah, fuck it. I hope they
Okay.
listen. I hope they listen and we
This
start
is
a
the
Twitter
quarterback
beef.
factory show, baby.
Beef is great for business. Beef is great for business, but that's
Oh.
besides the point. They can just throw shit at the fucking wall and it's just clickbait. They get fucking retweets and likes and interactions. It's the same thing that we talked about months ago.
We should probably do
when-
that.
Yeah, maybe we should just start fucking dropping hot takes. But
It's actually
like
a really good idea.
Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith say the most outrageous fucking shit in the world, but it doesn't matter because it generates interaction. So
It's almost just like a weather reporter, but like
Yeah.
more outlandish.
all publicity is good publicity at the end of the day. It all generates the fucking almighty dollar. It doesn't matter if you're saying you're a fucking cocksucker, go to hell, or wow, you're very smart and insightful. It's still a fucking ping.
Suck my cock, I'll murder your family.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's these guys just
Fuck
fucking
you,
throw
Jesus.
shit out there, man.
Wait.
And 99% of it's wrong. And especially now with all this pandemic shit going on, and the only way you can really talk to people is through Zoom, and there's no chance to fucking put someone's feet to the fucking coals in an interview setting and really get to the bottom of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like Jeff
Well
Lurie's whole
said.
press conference was a fucking sham.
Yeah.
It was a sham. And what, one question?
What was
per-
the quote? Everyone in this room is now dumber.
For I haven't listened to you.
Exactly. And you could tell the favoritism there. And dudes
Hey.
like Jeff McClain and fucking, what the fuck's that dude's name that works for the Eagles? Dave Zangaro. Is that
Spadero.
him? Oh, Dave Spadaro. That's what it is. I knew it was one of them Dave Degos.
Well,
But,
Spadero's a company man. You got to give him a pass. He's a company man. You know, he's literally
Yeah.
paid by the Eagles.
But,
McLean
you
is
know-
not paid by the Eagles. He's paid by the Inquirer, and he actually works for those clicks. So fuck him.
Cocksucker. It's to the point where the only people I trust anything when it comes
Hey,
to
never.
the Eagles.
I like Spadero for one reason and one reason only. When he went to the fucking Cowboy Stadium and spit on their logo in midfield, he literally. You guys remember that shit?
I do, yeah.
It was like everyone, like the social media has made a big stink about it and made him apologize. You know, yeah, of course he apologized because the Eagles organization made him do it. But he literally went in there live streamed, spit like 3 times on the fucking Cowboys logo. Like, yeah, boy.
He spit like a complete bitch too.
It was like a sloppy ass, one of those sloppy wet lip spits.
Just dribble hanging out of his fucking mouth.
Yeah, he spit like he smoked like 4 blunts right before that.
He's definitely not from South Philly because you know there would have been a big ass loogie hocked on that shit if he was from South Philly.
Listen, man. The only people I trust nowadays are like fucking what should we call it? Fran Dunphy and why can't I think of his name? He's like one of the greatest sports writers of all time.
I don't really have
Ray Diddy.
Yeah, and Ray Diddy. Like,
Ray
those
Diddy.
are the only people's
Brendan's
opinions
dad
I
is the
really
man.
trust.
Brendan's dad.
Brendan's dad is the man. I will drink a
Exactly.
high life with that man any day of the week.
Yeah,
Yes,
my
and
grand.
he will guzzle it in 2 gulps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know he's got a play too that he does.
yeah,
Ray Diddy.
Tommy and me.
Tommy and me, yeah.
Tommy
Diddy's the
I want to
McDonald.
go to see that.
What's the 2 beat writers you said, Sean? Because I don't really have like an allegiance to anybody.
I got a fucking line of them cocksuckers. I'll tell you that right now.
No, the ones that you do like.
Can we stick
Oh,
to
yeah,
like
I'm sorry,
the
I'm
Eagles
sorry.
coaching, please?
Yeah,
Send me a
sorry.
text.
Can we
We're
digress?
getting in the weeds.
You
Send me a
guys
text
are
about that later.
snowballing way
Look,
too much into
I have
the
a
fucking
segue.
reporters.
I have an
You know
excellent
what?
I'm not going to tell
segue.
you guys anything anymore unless it's from Ray Didinger. I'm
No.
not sending anything else.
Listen,
I'm gonna write a
You
blog
guys
post
are
about this
furious
big
about
I see
that
what you're
Jeff
doing,
McClain
Brent.
shit.
because Brand always shares some McLean
God.
shit, and we always shit on him.
And you
We don't
guys
shit on Brand, but we
hate
shit on McLean or whatever.
The only
That's
person I hate more than Jeff McClain
So
is
the
Elliot
Eagles
Shore
hired a
Parks.
new head coach today.
Hang on a second. Hang on a
name's
second.
Nick
Hang on a
Sirianni.
hang on a
He
second.
started his career
Stop.
with the
Stop,
Chargers.
Brandon. Stop it. Stop it.
And
I
he
have a
was under-
segue.
Actually,
and
he
it's
was
it's
with
important.
the Kansas City Chiefs
Why are you
first.
not stopping?
Free Andy Reid.
Brandon. I have a segue, and I'm doing it because I want to tell people about this shit. We have our shows on motherfucking Spotify. You can browse Spotify and find our show.
Yes,
There it is.
find
It's on
Find
screen
it.
right now. It's on screen right
Yes.
now. Wait, no, it's not on
I don't know
screen.
where it is. I'm kind of pointing. So
It's right
yes,
there.
follow,
It's
subscribe, tell your
somewhere.
friends, tell your mama, tell your ankles, ants.
I
I
don't-
don't tell your mama.
Yes, Spotify. Quarterback
Hide your
Factory
kids,
show is
hide your
right
wife.
there.
Because we streaming, y'all.
Yeah. And we also have a blog.
Yeah, we
Boom. It is on the screen. This is our blog. Check it out.
If they're listening to us on Spotify, they can't see shit.
QB Factory Show.
But they already
No,
know it's on Spotify because they're listening to it. So,
Ooh.
This is our
Illuminati.
blog. It's fantastic. All right.
It is.
That
Illuminati.
is it for my advertising of our own shit, our own products and services.
do. And fuck
Brendan,
Jeff McClain.
please take it away.
You guys finished with the hate? Jeez, you have hate in your heart, let it out.
let it out.
I need to tell
Let it
you
out.
guys that.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah.
Let
So
the
all we
Lord
really know
Savior
about
Jesus
this guy's-
Christ into your heart.
Yes. There is no God.
Yo, Sean, you should start a Twitter war. That's all. And then,
Yeah.
Blanco, did you save that as a drop?
What?
There is no God.
I thought
Or did
that was
someone
you.
say
That was me.
That was Brendan.
just-
I
oh
thought
my
it was you,
God.
Sean. That's really funny.
That was amazing.
It was.
All right. Back to the show.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. It's 10 o'clock and we've gotten absolutely fucking nowhere.
I know because you
This
guys
is
are
gross.
rolling with this hate. All right, I'm gonna bring us way back. All right, we hired the Eagles hired Nick Sirianni as their new head coach. What do we know about this guy? We really don't know much except for that he's coached pretty much. I guess he would coach at every level, high school. I'm not sure about college, but he started his career with the Kansas City Chiefs pre Andy Reid. Then he went over to the Chargers. He worked with Frank Reich there at the Chargers, and then eventually joins up with Frank Reich in Indianapolis as the offensive coordinator. I think definitely the Eagles brought him in as a cater to Wentz, and they're coddling him. And that's what I was trying to say earlier. I was going back and forth between, I'm giving the guy a break, giving him the benefit of the doubt. But I feel like Charlie Murphy in Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. You know when he gets punched in the face by Rick James with the unity on his thing? And then Charlie Murphy is like, this is Rick James. He's a superstar. Shouldn't do nothing. But my ghetto side is just like, stomp this motherfucker out right here. What the fuck is wrong with him? And that's how I'm feeling right now. Yeah, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then the negative Philadelphia side of me was like, what the fuck is this? What are you guys fucking thinking? Another fucking coddling Carson's balls. Like, we don't want anybody to yell at him. And we don't want anybody to question him because he's our guy. And Carson, you don't have to talk to any media members. You don't have to talk. You don't have to go online. You don't have to post anything about that bad guy Doug that
AO1
tried
for
to tell
life.
you what to do. Okay, AO1 for life. We're gonna have your softball game this year, even with COVID. Don't you worry. Okay, how's your wife
Jesus.
and daughter doing?
Jesus,
Talk
will
about
protect you
hate.
from COVID.
Exactly. It just pisses me the fuck off. It's just satisfied with satisfactory. That's all it is, and it fucking pisses me off. And
We should make that a T-shirt.
yeah, satisfied with satisfactory. That's the Eagles' new slogan. That's their 2021 Eagles. Satisfied with satisfactory.
Sean, you and I are
So-
going to have a discussion offline about future businesses with these T-shirts. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Brent.
So I don't know. I'm mixed emotions about it. Like I said, one side of me is just like, all right, well, I'm keeping an open mind because the young guy maybe brings some new things to the table. But at the same time, I'm just like, what the fuck? But I hope they know what the fuck they're doing. So the floor is open. Whatever you guys want to take with it, whatever you guys want to say. Like, I don't know what we can really say because, like I said, we don't know much about this guy except that he's Frank Reich light and he's coming here to try to fix Carson Wentz. And that's pretty much it.
I can go real quick, and then I want to give it to somebody else, but I'll go real quick, and I will just say that it feels forced that they wanted to get a quarterback whisperer in here, and I guess, he's the closest thing to any of the other candidates as a quarterback whisperer, I guess. He has a lot of quarterback quarterback coaching experience, but, could be in the quarterback factory, so I feel like it's a forced move for the investment that is Carson Wentz, and we'll see how it plays out. If they're all in on this investment and they're trying to do everything they can to make this investment work, this is how investors typically do things. So, it's either going to be good or it's going to be really bad.
It's going to be really bad. It's going to be fucking terrible.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
3
much
and
going to
13.
be like
Calling it right now.
Negative Brendan back.
there's no middle ground
back,
here.
baby.
Yo.
Negative Brendan is back.
We're either going all
Yeah,
the way up or we're
positive-
going all the way down.
Positivity didn't work out too well last year.
And it's not
I was
looking
positive for the.
good
Sorry,
at all.
go ahead.
That's all I got to say about that. It feels a little forced. They're trying to. It's all about that contract. The decision is about that contract. They don't want to eat it and move on. They definitely don't want to eat it and move on. I don't know what you're going to do with that Hurts jersey, Bren, but we can remember
I'm
it.
going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. 'Cause you
Is
know why?
We
Carson-
can remember it
16
for this moment as the
games,
quarterback
who knows?
factory.
You don't know.
No, fuck
Carson
that shit,
might
dude. You
not
know what's
play
going to happen?
16
This dude's
games.
going to he's going to come in here and Carson's going to cry and something's going to happen and we're going to play out the season and we're going to have 3 and 13 and then after this season 2022 we're very easily able to move him without the enormous cap hit that we would take this year. So they're going to take it on the chin. They're going to do a little Nick Sirianni experiment, realize that he's not Frank Reich, and Carson's going to cry. And then Hurts will come in at the end of the season. He'll win the final 2 games because Carson will only win 1, if that. And then, then you trade him in the offseason in 2021, and Jalen Hurts is your starting quarterback in 2022. Holla at me.
Or we'll go 10-6, and you can add the Hurts jersey to the Kevin Cobb jersey and stitch a nice little quilt out of it.
Yeah.
Hey,
At least
Sounds
I wear
warm.
at least that.
Hey, you can
least that-
turn it. You could turn it into like one of those reusable shopping bags, like Connor Barwin had his people do for his Texans jersey when he came to Philly.
Yeah. Well, at least I wear my own
Connor
own
Barwin
home
is the
team
man. He
jerseys
lives in
there.
my neighborhood.
LaDainian
He's my
Thomas.
homie. He's my neighbor.
Listen, it was 2005. Wearing oversized
That's no excuse.
jerseys with the matching hats was the thing to do. I also had an all-black Randy Moss Raiders jersey. That's
You're fucking
that was a,
traitor.
Speaking
that was a hot-
speaking
that was
of
a hot
Raiders
ticket
jersey,
item.
speaking
Why? It
of
was all
Raiders
AFC
jersey,
teams.
who's gonna rock the Carl
Doesn't
Weathers?
matter.
Who's gonna rock the Carl Weathers Raiders jersey?
I will look into making this investment because that is so fucking badass. I never knew
You're
Carl
welcome.
Weathers played. Yeah,
that
that's all.
that
did.
is. If there's any reason to rock a non-Eagles jersey, that's probably a reason right there. Carl Weathers Raiders jersey.
I was looking.
And the best thing about the Raiders is they're just literally black, which is
Yeah.
fine. You can get away with that anywhere in any
I
city.
was looking
probably.
for the for a Rock, like the Rock Miami jersey, like a Dwayne the Rock Johnson Miami jersey, but can't
Nice.
find them fucking anywhere. Can't
Yeah.
find them anywhere. I mean, that's a hard item. The guy played like 2 years of college football before he blew his knee up. So
All right, so
don't know what they-
I'm finished with mine. I had my piece.
All right, somebody
That's all
go
I had to
next.
say. Who's next?
Bren, I'm in the opposite camp of you. I think they. Well, first thing I want to say is that there's.
You can't be the opposite camp of me because I'm both ways.
No,
You
when it
can't be
comes to the-
bisexual in this.
you're playing both sides, so you always come out on top. But when you're saying like coddling, when you're talking about coddling Carson, I think that the reason they're bringing this dude in is because he is from the Frank Reich school, so to speak, worked with Frank Reich. And Frank Reich was notably, it's not like a secret that Frank Reich coached the shit out of Wentz, coached him hard, was always there in his face with the tablet. Listen, this is where you fucked up. This is where you got to improve. This is what you can do. This is what you can't do. And everything that I've heard, I mean, there's so many conflicting reports when it comes to Carson Wentz in general. But the one thing that seems consistent is that he's a what they call like a type A personality, like an alpha personality. And he needs somebody that can be that type A personality to fucking coach him hard. And if he's coming from the school of Frank Reich, so to speak, maybe the Eagles are thinking that this dude is, he is an offensive mind. He is a quarterback guy. And if he is a direct descendant from Frank Reich, that maybe he will come in and coach Carson with that same fervor that Frank Reich did. Secondly, I know you touched on it a little bit, like, we just, threw fucking darts at the wall because we waited so fucking late. But there's still tons and tons of qualified coaches out there that could have filled this role. Obviously, putting aside just Deuce and Josh McDaniels, you got the wonderkin Joe Brady, my personal choice. You had Eric came out and said that he didn't plan on leaving the Bills. He might not even want to be a head coach. But, you had 5, 6, 7 reasonable candidates out there. So there must have been something that this dude did to separate himself from the pack. Maybe it was just, they think he's going to be a yes man, but there had to have been something there that moved them away from an in-house option like Deuce, who knows the players, knows the staff, knows the organization. Someone like Bieniemy, who's had, just fucking boundless success over in Kansas City. That's been, over the last 3 years, they've been like a historically efficient offense as a whole. Someone like Joe Brady for the hot new young coach, so to speak, with the creative plays, who just helped Teddy Bridgewater, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and Curtis Samuel to career seasons without the help of Christian McCaffrey, and turned Joe Burrow from a 3rd-round draft pick, 4th-round draft pick to the number 1 overall and a Heisman winner, and developed Jamar Chase and fucking Terrence Marshall and Justin Jefferson. Oh, God, that name makes me fucking sick.
Who?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Not Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, not Jalen Reagor.
Don't say his name, man.
JJ Jefferson.
Now, I have, for knowing so little about this dude, I think that maybe it's just like my Dago bias coming out. Good old Nicky Sirianni. You know what I mean? I think personally, though, that there's a reason they hired this dude. And I think with him coming in here from the school of Frank Reich and John Dorsey hopefully having some control and say over our scouting department, I really don't think we're as down and out as everyone thinks we are. I think we're in cap hell this year, but we also have like $75 million in cap space the next year. Not this coming year, but the year after. Like $75 million in cap space. So see what you fucking got with some of these young guys. Try to hit on 3 or 4 picks, like legitimate contributors in this draft, and see how it works, man. I have more faith. It's easy to turn it around in the NFL. It's extremely easy to turn around the NFL when you have guys playing when your guys play to their full potential and you have a coach that knows what the fuck they're doing. That's all I got.
Okay.
You can look at our
Fuck
history
Jeff.
too.
And fuck Jeff McClain.
Welcome to the party, pal. Oh wait, that's John McClane. My bad.
John McClane.
But you can look at our kind of history, and after Andy, after Andy's last season, you can kind of see how erratic each season was. Down up, and down up. Like I see what you're saying, and plus, our old boy Nick Sirianni, he has some inside information on Wentz So
Yeah.
maybe he could have used that as a tool in the interview as like, oh, I know what Wentz is
bargaining
like
chip.
from my man Frankie over here, and I know how to handle this little Christian fucker.
I just also want
Yeah.
to touch on something real quick. If I'm Deuce, I'm fucking out, dude. You
Oh
fucking-
yeah.
you
Oh yeah.
dick teased
If
me
Deuce
for fucking this long.
stays here in this regime, I will lose respect for him.
Me too, because I
You-
feel like
you
fucking-
go-
But
you go
keep-
advance your career,
you
bro.
keep saying that, but where were the interviews for Deuce? Like, I
think-
you know,
Exactly.
like it's like no one
Nobody
interviewed
else-
him. Like where
Exactly,
that's
Dan.
we keep going back to Deuce. Like
I
he's
think
this
Deuce
great
wants to
coach,
stay here.
But
I think
why
Deuce wants to
ain't
stay
other
here, but he
people-
has
why
to
ain't other
move on.
teams interviewing him? Like he's been with the organization for what 10+ years.
Yeah,
Where
he
was his
here for
interviews for
Andy,
other
Chip,
teams? If
Doug.
he's
He's
so
a company
great.
man, bro.
I mean,
He's a company man.
I mean, I get that. I mean,
Ditto to that, Dan.
No,
Thank
he
you
needs to
very
move
much.
on.
I know.
He absolutely needs to move on.
and I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
nobody
not
else.
saying,
Nobody else
like,
is beating down the door like, "Hey, can we interview Deuce Staley to be our head coach?" No, nobody except the Eagles. And
Dude,
guess what?
somebody
We're getting
might have-
texts.
Dude,
we're getting
somebody
texts from Malcolm Jenkins.
I could be wrong, but I think
Fix
the
even got an
reason
interview and we had to block somebody.
I
Like,
still would not hate it if they hired Deuce. I still would not hate it because obviously
I'm
I
still
love the
pro
guy.
Deuce,
I'm
but
an
I'm
Eagles
saying
fan.
like that's my point is where
But yeah,
he didn't
yeah.
no one's banging the door down
Yeah.
for him.
Anybody who is banging the doors for Deuce that's not an actual NFL team is, they're just banging at a door that nobody's answering because.
Hello.
Yeah. So I want to get my
Go ahead,
take
Danny.
in real quick for
Nope.
Oh wait, that wasn't for you. My bad. That was DMX
So-
saying nope.
So it's just, I mean,
He's a fan.
it's great. Like I want to say like we pulled him because of Reich's. He's under the regime of Reich, so like you would think that
Reich
pulling
regime.
him away from there, like, but it looks like he has a pretty decent record going back. So we all like when we chose him as the new HC, it was like we all pulled the McGregor like, who the fuck is this guy? But then after looking him up, he's he did have a couple years in college where he was a coach. A couple years. This is just a brief look up that I did to see where he's at. So, but his track record makes me think that we just didn't pull him out of Reich's fucking his regime. Like I said, like he's been quality control assistant. He's also been a quarterbacks coach, I believe, and there's a couple other positions in offense that he's done. So that makes me think that they did a little bit like to bring him in here, and he was a quarterbacks coach also. So it looks like we all hit it. Like they brought him in to do something with Wentz. So I think also, he's going to be the yes guy. Like see if they can do it, but. We also it's just been said that who knows what's the next 2 or 3 years. I think we're not going to be a good team. So I think with his record, his past, what he'd done in the past, just that's why they're bringing him in, not just because he was on the Colts with Reichs, and just with that offense. So that's just my take on it. I think they just brought him in. He a little bit of a yes man. See who he picks, and I'm kind of intrigued on who's going to pick for his coordinators and stuff like that. So. That's just my take on it, man. So I'm just see who he brings in, but no, like next year, who knows what's going to happen next year with the team that we got now, and hopefully he can do something with Wentz, man. And we'll just say
all right.
so.
All right, good shit, Danny boy. So, Michael, you've been waiting with Zen-like patience up there. I can
he's
tell you about to
winding up.
unload on us.
I was just letting you guys go. No, I don't know. I've been thinking
Finish him.
all day.
The last one.
This guy, and it was kind of a meh partly because I don't know who he is. I don't really know anything about him, but I feel like once the other teams filled their spots, there was really no one they could have hired that would have made me been like, yeah, like all right, let's go. Like I feel like every person they could have hired, I would have just been like, all right, well, I trust that they did their due diligence. I think they've obviously been through a search before and they know what they want, and whether it's a yes man or a guy to help Carson or a young guy that they think can be innovative and all that. I trust them that they went through the process
Just the process.
and looked for exactly what they wanted. Whether it's going to work out, who knows? I just, I'm not too up or down on the guy. I do know that, until this guy gets some talent, we don't know what he's going to be. Because with the team he has now, I mean, even if Wentz starts to play better again, there's going to be a cap on what we can do next year, regardless of whether Wentz is playing good or not. Because there's going to be a lot of turnover, and there's going to be a lot of new faces, and hopefully they pick the right guys. But I just don't know much about him. He seems like he's been on some good teams, some good offenses, and hopefully he can bring some new life here and he seems like he's balanced. Watching some of those Colts games at the end of the year, like they were pounding the ball. They were pounding the ball, running the ball like nuts. So, I'm kind of intrigued with that. Hopefully he can, definitely bring some of that to us. But yeah, I think this is going to be the Howie Roseman make or break hire and draft this year. Like if he doesn't hit this year and really see what this guy can, this guy Sirianni can do with some talent, like he's got to be gone within 2 years. 2 years max.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you got pictures of Jeff on the Lolita Express with another infamous Jeff.
Lolita Express.
Yeah.
My God.
Biggie, I got a question
No,
for you.
I
How
think
far
they
away
just got
from your
pictures of
router
each
are
other.
you?
What's that?
How far away is your router?
It is up
Dude, they're-
up there somewhere in the upper room.
The quality of your image is terrible.
Is it? You guys all look great to me.
Yeah, everyone looks
Thanks.
great.
I just got my
except for-
haircut. Thanks.
Yeah, well, Brendan's
Is that a
haircut.
cardigan?
Brendan's haircut is in 8K right now.
I'm about 2.5
But
feet
you're
from
like
my
you're
brand new
frozen a
router.
lot, and
I was
But I-
frozen on.
we can hear you really well though, so that's good. At least everything
Yeah.
you said was good.
But you're
But,
depriving the
uh-oh.
world. Oh, and there
I
we
must have
go.
hurt his feelings.
I think he did that on purpose.
Take his back down.
Maybe he did
Oh,
it
very
to,
cool.
yeah, just
Blanca, did we
Tried
get
to
any messages
refresh.
this week?
Oh yeah, we got some messages this week.
All right,
got some
so do you
goodies?
need a minute to set that up?
Nope.
got him
No?
queued. Did you screen them?
Nope.
All right,
Nope.
wild card, bitches.
We're going.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Because I
We're
cut the
going
brakes.
wild.
Where is
Oh,
he?
wait. We're
We
waiting
lost
for
him.
Mike to come. Mike came back and then he lost. Wait. He's
What?
joining.
We
He's
were having
joining.
trouble early joining, but I don't
Enhance?
know. Hey,
Hey,
enhance.
Enhance.
Much
Enhance.
better.
Yeah,
Enhance.
Biggie, I'm pretty sure disconnecting
print the
and
damn
reconnecting
thing.
is not going to help. I'm telling you, it's your walls or something.
Really? It's just I've been in the same spot I'm at every week.
Are they
Yeah,
made of
every week you're
pure
pretty
lead?
much the same.
Oh, you're just telling me this now?
Yeah. I felt bad.
Yeah, we've been meaning to talk to you about this.
What is
Are
it
you on a
exactly
laptop
that
or
you
like a
do
tablet?
here?
I'm on my laptop.
You're on a laptop. Maybe you can just get like an extra long Ethernet cord.
Just walk around
Plug that
like
shit right in.
like
Sonaker?
playing.
So, okay.
Maybe I
got
should have
lost,
never
you
said
go.
anything because it's worse ever since I said something.
Oh yeah, as soon as you said that, we lost him.
Way to
Yeah.
go. Just
Blanca,
go back
Is this
outside,
an
Mike.
inside
Just-
job?
Just go back outside with the COVID
The
crickets
COVID crabs.
and crabs.
Yeah.
The
Bundle up and
COVID
go
centipede
outside.
got him.
The king COVID cricket.
Yo, Biggie,
He's coming back
if you
again.
can hear
Now
us,
he's just fucking with us.
stop fucking around. Just don't move around. Just stay still.
All right, we're playing. Let's go with. Let's get
If you
some
don't
messages
move, the
going.
T-Rex won't see you.
Calm down. Yeah. Vision's based on movement.
You know that's
So
actually,
real quick, we
we
had
got-
one comment, and it was from Finelli _ something, and he said, Dwayne Haskins to the Redskins. How do you guys feel about that?
To the Steelers.
To the Steelers?
That's what I
Steelers.
meant. Steelers. Yeah. That's what he said.
it's got to be Nicholas.
Obviously,
And
if I said
yeah.
Redskins, that's false.
nothing's, they're not
Yeah,
even a
Finelli
team
_
anymore.
7, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Nicholas.
That's old Nicholas.
That's That's
Biggie, stop
Nicholas.
watching
I
the live
didn't get
stream.
my orange smoothie,
Biggie,
so
Biggie.
I called Wawa Corporate
Disconnect from the live stream, Biggie. Stop watching us. That will make your connection worse.
Oh no.
How do you know?
Because I can see who's watching.
How are you in my head?
Because I got Fios. I can connect to the live stream and live stream at the same time. You guys got Comcast. You guys can't do that.
about it. I have Verizon.
To answer Nicholas's,
Brendan can
to
do what I
answer
can
Nicholas's question, it's pretty much the equivalent of Byron Leftwich coming out of retirement.
I was going to say, do we even address Dwayne Haskins?
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to.
Nope.
That was a comment.
Well,
we got to give all
Nicholas-
of our
No,
commenters
I'm messing around.
some light.
Yeah. Don't worry, Nicholas. Ben's going to retire, and then he'll take over his spot, and I'm sure he'll have a lot of success. Don't worry. Yes. Go Steelers, go, or whatever the hell you say.
They don't even have a fucking song.
They just swing a yellow towel.
That says terrible on it.
Yeah.
Right.
We're terrible. Yeah.
What is
They're gonna
today's
be
date?
after
Today's
Ben
the
retires.
21st.
That's all right.
All right.
Another one, and he'll be a Hall of Famer, too.
Yeah, no problem.
The best part about the Steelers is Mike Tomlin's shape up.
Best part about, do you ever see Mike Tomlin's picture when they do like the NBC?
His double.
Not his double. It's just his
Oh,
pose.
what
Like,
reps?
you know when they do like all the introductions, and he's just like,
Finelli
It
underscore
was one of
7.
those.
Face.
Remember
Finelli
the
underscore
meme
7
where
has
just,
responded.
Like, the assistant coach that looked like him, and they were like,
He
That's
says,
awesome.
when you're, I gotta find it. What
"Here we
the
go." They say, "Here we go." Is that the Steelers? Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Steelers.
Here we go again. Yeah.
Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go.
Here we go again. Same old shit.
When
boy, just a
I worked for
different
Enterprise, our vice president was a Steelers fan, and when they played the Cardinals in the Super Bowl that year, every morning he would intercom the entire building through his phone, and he would just hold it up to his computer, and it would be playing Stairway to 7. Or no, it's called our QB wears number 7. So it was a song, obviously to the beat of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
And he would just play like, and our QB he wears number 7, and just blast through the whole.
They have 6 total Super Bowls, don't they? So
That
they
sounds
might
intolerable.
be.
I think they have 7, don't they?
No,
They
they
have
got
7?
6.
All right. Well, maybe
They
they,
have
okay.
6. Nobody has 7, right?
Well, that's
No franchise has 7.
Six.
Tom Brady will have
Yeah,
7
so
after this
our
year.
QB
Well,
wears.
yeah, but he's not a franchise. Well, I guess Tom Brady is going to be a franchise once he gets
Has
7.
to be.
They're going to make Tom Brady a franchise once he gets his 7th ring on his second team.
Whatevs.
Tom Brady will have more Super Bowl rings than any franchise.
You know what, Blanco? I just thought of something.
That's insane.
I have a wireless cable box down here that I'm streaming from my projector. That's probably causing some issues then too.
That could
possible.
be it.
Turn that shit off.
You turn it off.
Eating up
It'd
your
be
bandwidth.
really funny if this shit just automatically, magically is 4K. All right, let's get to these messages. All right, first message.
Nick Lachey appears.
First message is a little while ago.
This is the search that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, Eagles fans. These assholes fired Doug and did not have a backup plan. Now no one wants to coach her because we sucked at that. Oh yes, this is the search that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, Eagles fans. Pick a fucking coach! Go Birds.
That's my jam. That's my jam, son.
Oh,
That was obviously
fire.
before Nick Finelli had
Well,
gotten
he-
hired. I mean, Nick
Nick
Whatever.
Sriracha.
Yeah.
Nick Sinatra, whatever his name is. same caller. Not only approximately maybe 3 hours later, 2.5 hours later.
Well, that song didn't age well. Hope they know what the fuck they're doing.
That was literally right around the time the announcement was made. All right, here we go. Next caller.
Yeah. We're The Eagles' new head coach, his name is Nicholas Sayonara. Adios, Eagles.
Sounds like some old guy who watches the show. What did he say? What did he say?
Wait, sayonara.
Sayonara. And then he followed it up with some Spanish.
All right.
These messages are freaking great, man.
All right, next caller.
Hey, boys, it's Grandma. Grandpa just told me to call in and check up on you.
It's Grandma.
They say the TV adds 10 pounds, but you're looking kind of skinny. Did you see?
Did you see?
Anyway, I hear the Eagles have a new head coach. And that, what is his name? Yeah.
Sonata?
Sonata. That's great news, boys.
Grandma.
I'll on your show. Come on over and I'll fix you a plate, okay? Bye-bye.
Fix
Love
us a
you
plate.
all.
Fixtures a plate is great.
Oh, my
Thanks,
goodness.
Grandma.
Thanks, Grandma.
Not?
That's
Gonna
QBFS
make-
Grandma right there.
Gonna make the Annie past.
Oh, man. That's great.
Is that it?
Wow.
Nope, we got one more caller.
Oh.
So, it's like our new head coach is this dude, Nicky Sirianni, whatever the hell his name is.
Sriracha.
Looks like a good Italian man, and I really like his visor.
Sriracha.
Great show, fellas.
Thanks,
it is the vibe.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony from South
Thanks.
Philadelphia.
Tony from South Philly.
Yeah.
Tony the
Yeah.
Butcher.
2th Street.
Sal the Butcher.
Yeah.
It's
Whoa,
Tony,
whoa,
whoa.
It's,
So I
it's
think
Tony
we can all-
from Lady and the Tramp. Tony. Just Tony.
We
I
can
don't
all
know if y'all
agree that
watched
it was all
Lady and the
just the
Tramp
visor,
recently,
right, guys?
but Tony, the most racist
Yes.
Italian character ever.
That damn visor.
Damn
Damn
visor.
visor. It is a visor trend. Yeah, like
I
we
mean-
said, Chip, Doug, Al, Sirianni.
Pup, you know.
Man, people are going to have a field day with his name.
Pup, they could have hired Pup,
They really
too,
are.
so.
Yeah. So I guess the overall reactions to this is meh.
Meh.
Right? Meh is probably the best way to describe it, right? Meh. Because this team is going to be meh for at least the next 2 years. But like you guys
Yeah,
are saying, I
it's
hope
like
we can-
it's not great like Biggie said. He's like, but it's not like hiring like Kafka or McDaniel's terrible. It's
This
like
dude really
in the,
looks
like in the
like
middle.
Frank
Like we
Reich.
don't know yet. So I just
He does, doesn't he?
He
so
looks just like fucking Frank Reich.
I told you, it's Frank Reich Light.
He's standing
Yeah, I
next
saw-
to
I
him,
saw,
and I'm
like-
just like, who are
There's
you?
a video
Who are
going
you?
around out there, just like a quick, like, I don't know, 2-minute video of him just mic'd up during Colts practice or something like that. And he seems like, you know, he seems into it. He seems intelligent. He seems, you know, to really be, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Like, in a good relationship.
he
with-
graduated high school. So
Right.
that's
good.
Yeah, good relationship with his players and stuff like that. No, I don't know. All I know is you need talent.
Graduated high school.
What's Billy Belichick doing this playoff season without Tom Brady? You know,
Yeah,
you need talent. So,
that's true.
yeah.
I just saw a picture of this dude, and have you guys seen Hill House, like the Haunting of Hill House or Bly
Yeah.
Manor?
A couple. Yeah.
The brother, like the twin brother, like, you know, I forget what the fuck his name is, but it's like Frank Reich and that dude had a love child and made Nicky Sriracha
Sriracha
It's-
Ace.
Sriracha.
impeccable.
Nick Sayonara.
Nick Cyan.
which I named him Nicky Sirianni.
Nicky Saigon Sayonara.
Guys, I think we're saying it wrong. I
That's
think
gonna be
his name
a
is
primo sauce, surely.
his name is Nick Hyundai Sonata.
His name is Nick Jim Policy and Ikea. Well, Hyundai Sonata is that shit. That's gonna stick, bro.
Nikki Bear on the Boulevard.
The guy in the message said Nikki Sayonara.
Sayonara. I hope Grandpa and Grandma call in every week, man. They're great.
That was
He's like,
Yeah, I want them to call in.
Sayonara.
oh man,
God, that's
I
too
just-
fucking funny.
I mean,
All right, well,
overall, I
guess-
hope this dude does well. You know, we don't
Yeah,
want
look.
it's.
Look, right now, guys, we don't have a choice. This is our coach, so we kind of got to get
Yep.
behind it and hope for the best. Quite honestly, we can sit here and bitch and complain about it, what we expect, what we don't expect, what we want to happen, and we think will happen. But fuck, man,
It's-
he's our
no
new coach,
matter
so
how
we
you-
got to get
He's
behind
coming
Nick
to Philly.
Sirianni
He
and see what
better
happens.
know what he's getting himself into.
No matter how you
Yeah.
feel about any of the coaches, the coaching staff, the players, Howie, Jeffrey, it's, you know, as long as they are members of the Philadelphia Eagles, you can't wish for them to fail. I mean, I would have loved for us to at least take player personnel control away from Howie Roseman, but I mean, if he's our
that's funny.
he's our be-all, say-all guy when it comes to player personnel, it's like the plane analogy. You know what I mean? It's like I might fucking hate the
I think who
pilot.
we pick in the draft too is really going to lift our spirits
Oh,
or
the spotlight
really
is going to
just
be on this
Yeah.
draft.
Man,
you know,
big fucking.
tear our heart
That
out.
number
It's either
six
going to
pick?
be either or. So we'll see.
That pick 6.
You can't
it-
fuck this up, man.
They can't.
Like-
man, they can't.
They need to nail the first 3 rounds.
But
Like,
you
they can't-
literally
Yeah.
can't fuck
especially
this up.
with the 2 picks.
It's fucking
There's
idiot-proof.
Well,
so
you
many
would
people that are
think,
going to be
but-
there. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you
I
would
gotta
think.
Pick
all I gotta
number
say
6.
is it's.
Someone's going to be there.
I feel like it's got to be Surtain.
Smith,
At
Smith,
pick-
Surtain, or Chase.
It's got to be
That's
Surtain
three.
at pick
One of the
6.
three
Why?
is
Because
good.
and Surtain has to get a pick 6 on his first game.
even if in some crazy fucking world, if Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, and Patrick Surtain all are off the board before we are, that still leaves us with the stud offensive tackle from Oregon. I can't pronounce Samoan names. I'm just not good at it. Not my strong suit. Leaves us with Michael Parsons, the linebacker out of Penn State, who people are comparing to fucking like Patrick Willis, Luke Kuechly. And I mean, the dude shows it every single fucking game in his tape. Like, we still have, like, somebody is going to fall to us. Like,
Yeah, I was
one of
gonna-
these stud
Penn State's been putting out some talent.
The sixth
Bro,
pick
linebacker-
is going to be a
linebacker you,
good pick.
man.
It has to be a good
linebacker,
pick.
you baby.
Yep.
The 6th pick cannot be a reach. Basically, it can't be a Howie Roseman reach.
No, it can't
Yeah, I was
be. It
gonna
can't
ask
be
you,
a fucking.
How would you
Can't be a
feel?
guard from Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
Like, we can't do that shit, dude.
How would you guys feel if that O lineman fell and they took him? Because I wouldn't hate it at all.
No,
not
not
at
one
all.
bit.
Yeah, we need
Not
a
one
line.
bit.
I know
I mean,
everybody
I wouldn't-
the receiver.
O-line's
like,
A top 10 offensive lineman, you have to take that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
wouldn't
they'll
fall
pay
head
for
over
that
heels.
anyway, but
Yeah, I wouldn't fall head over heels for it. You know, it's the safe pick, but that's a hell of a fucking pick.
Hey, we didn't
And
fall
we
head
need a
over
guy
heels
with that
over the
talent
Lane
level.
Johnson pick, but that was a fucking fantastic pick.
Agreed.
well, I think that's
But
why I'm asking.
guys-
It's like with Lane and all his injuries. I mean, if Lane doesn't work out, they have no tackles.
Something we haven't really talked about
What are you
in
talking
all this
about?
time.
We have. What about Andre? we can't.
Listen.
We can't upset Andre's feelings.
That's a perfect. We've talked a lot about, you know, like mostly in the group chat, not really on air.
We
about,
traded
you know,
up for
trading
Andre.
people. At this point, you cut bait with Dillard and you get a third or a fourth for him, and you just fucking
He doesn't
trade
cut
him.
bait. He's not a fisherman. He's a left tackle of the future.
There's no
My
bait
lot
in
of
that
played-
tackle.
Mylata played his way into that job this year. And, I mean, I get it if we draft this kid Sewell out of Oregon, the tackle. All right. But I think that Driscoll and Mylata both showed me enough this year to where they
definitely
earned
bring
it.
back.
And you guys know that I was a Dillard defender. You know what I mean? When he had that terrible game at right tackle against the Seahawks in
I
19.
think they'll get the black belt back too. So
Who?
I think
Brooks.
Dillard
yeah.
still has an
Yeah.
opportunity. Obviously, he's been plagued with injuries,
Yeah.
but if he doesn't get injured,
Admiral
I think he has an
anxiety.
opportunity to be something. But it's the injury that has screwed his career, and
Yeah.
his career still. I mean, what's his? This is about to be his 3rd year, right? Dillard.
Dude,
But
tore
there's
both of his
reports that he
Achilles.
doesn't have nasty in him. Like he's He's soft at the point of attack, and you cannot have that, especially with this dude Sirianni. I mean, if him coming from the Colts, if that tells you anything, we are going to be running the ball more because the Colts had the most balanced offense in the league this year when it comes to like run-pass ratio. And I feel like if Dillard, it doesn't have nasty. If you don't have nasty, you can't run block. You can't run block. And you see people that are, comfortable just sitting back and letting, you know what I mean, in a pass blocking set, sitting back and letting guys come to them, but they don't have that mean streak. You have to have a mean streak to go heads up and
You got to have that Jason Kelsey bulldog in you.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll finally bring in a powerhouse too, when he comes in. So that'd be nice.
Should be interesting.
I would love
they
to
should
see
sign Mark Ingram.
I seen that.
I'm fine with that. I'd be perfectly fine with signing
seems
Mark
like
Ingram
he's
to be a change of pace guy.
He still wants to show that he has it, so he wants to prove something. It seems like
about that.
I think he got more phased out than anything, just because you got the kid J.K. Dobbins they drafted. Lamar Jackson is obviously a huge fixture in the run game. That dude Gus Edwards started going off early when Ingram was dealing with a little bit of injury issues.
Yeah.
So I think Ingram almost got phased out more so than he fell off because.
But he was hurt too, right? I believe he was hurt. Ingram.
Yeah,
he was hurt.
Yeah.
He was hurt
Ingram,
too.
Ingram was banged up for a couple of games, but I think that, oh Jesus, excuse me, I didn't mean to put that on air. If you have, a low risk, high reward deal, like a 2-year, $6 million deal on the table for him, something that we can actually fucking afford now that we're in salary cap hell, bring him in.
Yeah.
That's
all for another show until we get.
Or we could
close
have drafted J.K. Dobbins last year instead of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
That would have been beautiful. We
should have, could have, would have.
A
Yeah.
ton of people.
Could have.
Kamara that year.
I wouldn't have any of their jerseys though.
Yeah, you would have a Dobbins.
Yeah. You'd have a J.K. Dobbins or a Jeremy Chin jersey.
Oh,
Hey, well, this.
Right. Forgot about
Well,
that.
God, fucking hell. All right. Well, I think. Like I said earlier, I think the whole overall thing is meh, and we'll just hope for the best with Sirianni and see what he got because we really don't know a lot about the guy. So, we'll. What's that phrase? Pray for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
Is it? So we'll just leave it at that. So with that, we'll do. You guys want to do your picks for the AFC NFC Championship real fast before we sign off here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Who's playing?
Against this? Are we going against the spread or are we going straight up?
No, just straight up. So we got
3 points
Bucks,
right now,
Bucks,
right?
Bucks in Green Bay. Bucks at Green Bay. Who you
I got
got?
the Bucks. They fucking dominated Green Bay earlier this year, and I said it before. I ain't going against the GOAT. And I believe I believe your boy was 4-0 last week when it came to the picks. So I'm just gonna ride my hot streak.
Yeah.
I'm going Bucks as
I
well.
got
I don't need to explain. I'm just going to go Bucks.
You're going with
I
the
hate
GOAT.
Rodgers.
Go ahead,
I
Brent.
hate Rodgers. I hate him. He's a hell of a fucking football player, but I hate him. But yeah, I like I said to you guys last week, I just see the Chiefs versus Bucks, Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, dramatic Super Bowl that the media would eat up from the passing of the torch. So I guess I already gave my other pick away. So yeah, I got Chiefs and I got Bucks Super Bowl, young and old.
You guys are going with the GOAT, and I'm going with. You guys said you can't go against the GOAT. I can't go against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Can't do it. So I'm going Packers, and I think it might even be a rout.
Oof.
Bucks beating the Saints, division foe, coming off a high. I just see a crash.
Biggie's going for it.
Maybe not that bad, but because they do have Brady. But I don't.
You know who benefits? You know who benefits from a Rodgers Mahomes Super Bowl? State Farm.
Nobody.
State Farm.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So I don't know how much
State
money
Farm.
State Farm has invested in this, but they're probably pushing for that Super Bowl. Rodgers
Hold on.
and Mahomes Super Bowl.
Does anyone know, has Mahomes passed concussion protocol?
He did.
He did. Okay,
I think he
wasn't
did.
sure
I
yet.
heard he did. That's what I heard. I mean, I haven't seen.
He's playing.
Yeah. As much money as riding on this shit, he's definitely playing.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
I heard he passed.
So,
From
all
somebody.
right. So me, am I
From I heard he
Yeah,
passed from an
okay.
anonymous source.
So I went with me and Biggie kind of went the same route last week, and we both lost the 2
I
games.
don't know how
with,
you guys can remember
Saints
that shit.
and
I can't remember last week.
so I mean I'm not going against the GOAT this week like I did last week.
Man, I'm the only one.
So, yeah,
Man.
me and you went
Mike's a
Saints
lone wolf.
last week, and we just didn't. That
So
didn't go
4-1
well, so.
Bucks. I wish I had graphics for this.
I'm not going against the
I
GOAT
need
this
to prepare
week,
graphics
man. I
next
don't know.
week for the Super Bowl.
All right.
But
For
I
the
mean,
championships.
granted, the
Super Bowl,
Green
I
Bay is playing out of their mind. I think. I mean, we just
What's the weather?
Adams is
I heard
like.
it might be
I
snow.
can't believe it's another one we could have had.
It's gonna
It's
be
just-
cold, but it's
oh,
not gonna
Like
be snow.
28.
Sucks.
It's gonna be like 28 degrees.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's gonna be
frigid, but
cold.
it's not gonna
It's
be
in-
cold. Snow.
It's gonna be snowing in the morning, I think they said, and then it'll be over by game time.
But that
As of
Yo,
yesterday,
using
I'm
that
sorry.
excuse is bogus. Like they said about the Tampa Bay game, that Tampa Bay couldn't play. They came to the vet and
You
whooped
dare
the fucking
say that.
Eagles. So
Yeah, but that was like
Fuck weather.
one. That was 1 out of like 30. It just happened to be that was the one time.
and that was also Donovan McNabb,
Yeah.
not Tom Brady.
he did have a shitty game. He had such a
Donovan
shitty
McNabb.
game.
Von Kirkland's fat ass trying to chase receivers all over the fucking field, and Blaine Bishop's tiny little. Never mind.
Yeah, you guys got good memories to your own demise. I definitely blocked that shit out of my memories.
Yeah, I
Black
kind of
for a
blocked.
reason.
I blocked it out after Deuce Staley's touchdown.
It's my first.
You went to
touchdown.
sleep? You went to sleep?
The first touchdown in the game, wasn't that Deuce that ran that in?
Yeah. It was Mitchell
It was
had a
75
80 yard,
return.
80 yard run and just
Yeah,
woo. Same
Yep.
thing.
and then
what
Deuce
happened
ran
with,
in for the touchdown. I kind of
uh,
blocked everything out after that.
All right, AFC game. Who he's got?
Well,
I
I
think
just
that
looked it up. I'm sorry, just because this is going to affect all of our picks. I just looked it up, and as of 10 hours ago, Pat Mahomes was still in concussion protocol and was only able to go for light practice. So I guess
still think he's gonna pass it. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Well, that helps
good-
my pick because I was going to pick the Bills anyway.
Yeah, me too. Honestly,
I think it's the
gonna
Bills'
be-
year. I'm going with
Yeah.
the Bills.
I
think
think
they'll
I'm
make
here
it.
for it.
I think Andy's going to revert back to an Eagles NFC Championship coach, Andy, but
Yep.
this time for the AFC.
He's gonna burn all 3 of his timeouts with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
What was that? What was that stat? He's the first. The Chiefs are the first team to go to 3 in a row NFC championships in the AFC ever, or some shit like that.
And only one
He's the
team.
first.
No, it was host.
Oh, to host, yeah,
Yeah.
to host. And the
Hosted
only other team
your,
to ever do that
conference
was the
championship
NFC Eagles
game.
under Andy Reid.
Yes.
That's a cool stat.
Andy Reid
Except
is
for
the
it's not
best.
that cool.
Andy Reid is arguably top 3 coach from weeks 1 to 19, and then when you get to that when you get to conference championship week, dude, it's like a fucking I don't know what happens to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Since I turned off the Flyers, I've been watching the 2018 AFC Championship game between the Patriots and the Chiefs, and it just went into overtime, and the Chiefs are about to lose.
Yep. Hell of a game though. That was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a
I
good
watched it. Forgot how good this was.
Hell
of a
Andy,
game.
Andy can't beat Belichick, man. Or Belichick and Brady.
But you know who can? Doug.
Doug and Nick, Big Dick Nick.
Dig. Wait, so who? I got Bills. Who-
I am
Yeah.
I am not taking the Bills. I want to take the Bills because I like the Bills this year a lot. I like what they did this year. I like Josh Allen. He helped my fantasy squad go all the way to the championship and win. I'm happy about that. And the Bills, man, this is probably their best team ever.
Since what, 93?
No, I
They
think
went to
it's
the
better
NFC
than that
championship?
team. I think this is their best team ever. This is, except for it's not. They're gonna lose. They're gonna go in dramatic Bills fashion because
Except it's not.
it's the fucking Bills, bro. Did you see Bills Nation? They're fucking, they're slamming on tables again. They're doing their normal bullshit. And I just know it's going to be a dramatic failure for the Bills. I just feel it. There's no analytics or statistics I have to back this up. Other than that, I can just feel it in my bones. The Bills are just going to fail. And I only know that failure from watching my own team, the Eagles, and any Philadelphia. We've gone through that kind of failure in our lives. You finally get some success, and then boom, you're fucked. I think the Bills
Buffalo
are on that route.
is the Philadelphia of the AFC.
Yeah, I think that's a really good analogy too. I think the Bills are just going to fail just because it's their destiny. Not for any other reason. I think they're fucking great. I think they're a great team. You got Sean McDermott, Andy Reid tree, who was considered to be hired back when we hired Chip Kelly, and I thought Sean McDermott was one of the okay candidates that we might have, could have, should have hired back then. And look where he's at now. Hey man, he's in the fucking conference championship after fucking 15 years or however long it's been since he got hired. Maybe how many years has it been? It's been about 8 years,
5.
right? 8,
no,
9?
Sean McDermott?
Yeah, 9 years?
No. He was with the Panthers DC the year they went 15-1 and went to the Super Bowl.
But he got hired by the Bills the year we hired Chip Kelly.
No, couldn't have been.
No?
Couldn't have been. Nah, because
I know he was a candidate.
Chip Kelly was our coach because Peyton Manning just got eligible for the Hall of Fame. He got to wait 5 years. Sean McDermott got the job after that season, so this is his 5th year.
You lost
as
me
the
already,
Bills
bro.
head coach.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was defensive coordinator for the Carolina
No,
Panthers.
I'm sure you're right. 'Cause my memory doesn't really serve me that well.
2016.
My memory doesn't serve me that well, but I do remember he was a candidate as a coaching interview when we hired Chip Kelly. But anyway, I digress, and my memory fails me, as always. I think the Bills are great, and I think they're going to lose. It's gonna be Chiefs versus Brady, and guess who's gonna win that one?
Chiefs. Terrific.
Well, it's not that time yet, so we can't say it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got Chiefs and I got Bucks.
Don't blow your load. Don't blow the load.
So an anonymous source close to various team members, players, and aunts, uncles, and cousins of the Chiefs have told me, per source, that Patrick Mahomes will play. Doesn't matter if his fucking head is detached from his body.
I believe it.
They will go out there and they will trot him out there. There's no fucking way in hell that Patrick Mahomes is going to sit out the AFC Championship game. I don't the concussion protocol. You can make that kid can be tried. This is probably horrible for me to say, but that kid could have walking CTE, and they would put him out on that fucking field to win that game. There's no fucking doubt in my mind. And they're playing in Kansas, and they're playing in Kansas City. So it just sets up.
It reminds me of
the
Cure insurance commercial. Well, they checking your credit score and stuff.
Wasn't
and
Mike
he's like,
Vick on one of those commercials?
It's like something about that, and it's like it's just not. It's unethical or something at the end.
Didn't Mike Vick have one of those Cure commercials?
What if Chad Henne goes full Big Dick Nick?
Oh man, that would be so bad.
Anything's possible.
I mean, I got
Bucks Chiefs.
Bucks Chiefs. Yeah, me too. Bucks Chiefs.
All right. I got Bucks Chiefs or Bills Packers.
And Bucks for me.
Or
Bills. Yeah.
Or Packers.
Nope.
Bills. Or Packers Chiefs would be an amazing Super Bowl.
Nope.
For State Farm.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, I'm
guys.
falling asleep behind these sunglasses.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
My children.
What?
Wow.
Get your knee out of this fucking shower. Hairy Dago ass knee.
Listen, I'm just
That's a
repping
hairy
hairy
ass
knee
knee.
for my boy
It's
Nicky
your hair. You
Sirianni.
started out well with your hair.
Sirianni.
Yeah.
It's just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you can show us your goods. There you go.
Show us the skin.
What's
All
the
right.
GTA commercial where it's "I love you, Tony Zampriani"?
That's racist.
Some shit like that.
It's not only is it my birthday, but It
Happy
is
birthday.
the 3-year anniversary of Nicholas Foles taking out his scrot and his brajul and laying it on the table in front of the entire city of Philadelphia. And wow. I mean, I was looking at, Facebook and Snapchat memories and shit. And I mean, literally, like, I got fucking misty-eyed because I sat there and I just thought about how intense that night was. And after that pick six by Patrick Robinson,
Yeah.
it was just a wave. I just felt it. I felt it in my plums.
We were at that game.
It was going to be our fucking night.
It's the loudest fucking stadium I've ever heard in my life.
Just pure domination.
Yeah, I saw the photo memories today. Me and Serena taking a picture at our seats. Dan was there.
I lost my and didn't get it back until Super Bowl night.
Yo, it sounded like you said I lost my virginity at that game.
You got it back.
I lost my something, and I was just like, virginity?
Anything might have happened during that night.
That was a good pass. That's a good story to tell, though, what me and Blanco had, though. Why we went there. We had this pack, like...
Yeah. We had this pack from years ago, from back in the Andy Reid days, that, like, if we ever host after we had went on that stint of NFC championships, obviously, but we had this pack. We're like, if we ever host an NFC championship again, the next NFC championship we host, we're fucking buying tickets. I don't care how much it costs. We're buying tickets and we're going. And it finally fucking happened, and that shit costed us about $600 a pop, and we didn't give a fuck. Put that shit on credit, paid it off. In a couple months, we did it. We did all right. We were at that
Paid
game.
my debts pretty quick.
And that is literally. And I got a souvenir right here.
Sean, you and I were together for a little while.
Oh yeah.
No. We weren't
Mine's
together for
right
the
there,
NFC
too.
Championship. We were together for the Super Bowl.
I can see yours in the camera view. You can see the date.
You weren't there for the NFC too, and then left.
No, the NFC Championship.
January 21st, baby.
The NFC Championship, I was in my buddy Matt's house. And
Hell yeah.
I actually turned around and I said, obviously, being at the stadium is the best, would have been the best. But
And I forget who gave it to me. I think it was Biggie that gave me the Daily News. Was that you, Big?
Probably. My dad always bought
Yeah, you gave me that. So now it's
somebody left one of those. I had to find out where I left it, but somebody left one of those on my office chair at my work, which was pretty awesome. I think I still have it at my job.
I have a whole shadow box with all from that whole playoff run. I have the newspaper clippings and shit. But there is no place I would have rather been on earth than Cotman and Frankfurt after we won that game. It was
that was the shit.
It was just the most surreal feeling of my fucking life, because the last time that had happened, I was 13 years old. You know what I mean? So I really couldn't have a chance to experience it, and it was almost like all those NFC heartbreaks and the Super Bowl loss and the Cardinals loss and the Chip Kelly era. And having that moment, especially when we thought we were done. Jason Peters was down, Jordan Hicks was down, Carson Wentz was down, Darren Sproles was down, and you're like, what the fuck, man? Here comes another cursed season by the Philadelphia Eagles. And that moment of just joy, just standing there with my friends in my neighborhood with thousands of fans, to the point where cops were high-fiving and taking swigs of my bottle of Jameson. And it was just so much love, man. And that's really the one thing that's just unequivocally Philadelphia. We might be a rough fucking city, but when it comes to our passion for our sports teams, there isn't a city in the entire world that can match us. And I just hope we get back to that point sooner rather than later, because it's good for the city.
Happy birthday, Palumbo.
Amen. Don't worry, Nick the Savior Sirianni is here.
Hey, we got a new big dick Nick in town.
Hey, I like that. That's a good one. I didn't even think of that.
Hey, well, he's got some shit to do before he earns that actual nickname. So.
Oh yeah, we need at least a 10-win season before he even comes close to getting that nickname. At least a 10-win season.
Oh man, 10 wins and you get a statue, bro. A statue and a big dick Nick nickname. A big dick nickname.
Yo, Philly! Fucking Chip
man.
Kelly, man.
So I just watched Tom Brady go to freezing cold fucking Kansas City and beat
Missouri.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, well, they got good barbecue in them parking lots, so he might have been warmed up by that.
Do you think Joe Cordell was
Possibly.
there, of Cordell and Cordell? Because, he's only registered and licensed in the state of Missouri.
You're the good guy.
Unless you're in Missouri, I'm not licensed in your state.
But I have attorneys that are. If you're not in Missouri, Illinois.
Oh my God!
Here's a few tips for you.
Commercial
Here's
for you.
yeah. Here's a few tips for you. Here's a few tips for you, gentlemen. Just because your wife has pointed towards the door does not mean that you have to go. You're the good guy, the voice of reason. Why?
That's incredible. You got me crying. Oh my goodness.
The guys move out of their house. This is a mistake.
This is
a mistake.
Unless you're in
This
Missouri,
evidence.
I'm not licensed in your state.
Here's a few tips. Number
Why are we
one,
promoting that, dude?
stay off.
Oh my goodness.
Stay
Number
off
one,
social media.
here's a few tips. Stay off the social media accounts. You do not want to fuel your wife's.
Number two, do not listen to the quarterback
number
factory
two,
show.
keep track of all financial records. You don't want any of your money getting out there in the open for anyone to see or discriminate against.
We got to wrap this up.
We started off the rails and we ended
Why?
way further off the fucking rails.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
Unless you're in Missouri or Illinois, I'm not licensed in your state.
But that's
It's
okay.
okay. Our attorneys in your
okay.
state are. And with that note, we are fucking out of here.
Hang it up. Hang
You
it
think
up.
you think we can contact Cordell and Cordell? Maybe they can be on a fucking unofficial sponsor.
Yeah.
Quarterback factory. Quarterback
Yes.
factory. Quarterback factory.
Nick,
Quarterback factory.
Nicholas Sirianni is not the answer to your problems.
We are quarterback developers. We want to be.
But there
quarterback
might be a
factory.
coach in your state that is.
Say goodbye.
Quarterback Factory Show.
Goodness, what a great way to end the show.
Good luck with that.
I love it.
Quarterback factory. Quarterback factory.
We are quarterback
Factory Show.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our blog.
Quarterback Factory Show.
factory.
The Quarterback Factory Show. I love it.
Quarterback factory.
Quarterback Factory Show.
That's right.
Factory.
Quarterback.
Great,
All
right?
the time to do so.
Thanks, Howie.
Hey, we're on.
So, am I the only one here that thinks that Brandon got his haircut like that because he wanted to look more like Nicky Sirianni?
Yo, that haircut was so sharp. I bet when he dreams, he doesn't have dreams. He has 4K movies.
Him and Mike Tomlin have the same barber.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Love those
Oh,
guys.
boy. All right. That's
Yeah.
that's enough.
This is your post-credit scene.
No more low-hanging fruit making fun of Brandon's haircut.
It's just like Marvel, you know.
It's just like Marvel.
We're a cinematic universe. The QBFS CU. You have to watch all the episodes to get it.
You have to watch all the episodes. If not, it's just not going to make any fucking sense.
Don't even worry about it. Leave us a
It's
comment.
like trying to jump in the WandaVision without watching any of the Marvel movies. Brendan.
Brandon. Oh, man.
I think I'm fucking delirious at this point.
Yeah, it's time to go to bed. But that's the end, and we're gonna go back to the credits. Thank you, Sean, for the outro scene. This was fun, and thank you guys for watching, all one of you. Peace.